What happens if the U.S. enters the Iran-Israel war? The hidden truth explained. What if one decision, made in Washington, could change the future of the entire world? Right now, tensions between Iran and Israel are rising again. Missiles, threats, military movements, and one question that experts are asking behind closed doors. What happens if the United States gets involved? Would it stop the war? Or could it trigger something much bigger? Something the world is not ready for? In this video, we're breaking down the hidden truth behind the Iran-Israel conflict, what it means for the Middle East, what it means for America, and what could happen next if the U.S. steps in. Stay till the end because the final scenario might surprise you. Why this conflict matters to AMURICNS. Most people in the United States think of the Iran-Israel conflict as something happening far away, somewhere in the Middle East, somewhere on the news, somewhere that doesn't affect daily life. But that's not true. Every time tensions rise between Iran and Israel, the entire world feels the impact. Oil prices move, stock markets react, military forces go on alert, and American troops in the region become targets. The U.S. has military bases across the Middle East. American ships patrol the Persian Gulf, and the United States has long been one of Israel's closest allies. That means if a war grows bigger, America may not be able to stay out of it. And that's exactly why experts are worried right now. The root of the Iran-Israel conflict. To understand what could happen next, we first need to understand why Iran and Israel are enemies. This conflict didn't start yesterday. It didn't even start this decade. For years, the two countries have seen each other as major threats. Israel believes Iran is trying to gain more power in the region, especially through military alliances and missile programs. Iran, on the other hand, sees Israel as a rival backed by the United States. Because of this, both sides have been involved in indirect conflict for a long time. Cyber attacks, military operations through allies, threats and warnings, and occasional direct strikes. Most of the time, these tensions stay limited. But sometimes, things get close to a full-scale war. And when that happens, the biggest question becomes, will the United States step in? Why the U.S. might get involved? The United States has several reasons why it might enter a conflict between Iran and Israel. First, alliance. The U.S. and Israel have a long-standing partnership. America has often supported Israel politically, financially, and militarily. Second, military presence. The U.S. has troops, bases, and ships across the Middle East. If those forces are threatened, the U.S. may respond. Third, global stability. A large war in the Gulf region could affect oil supply, international trade, and global security. That means even countries far away could feel the impact. Because of these reasons, many analysts believe that if the conflict grows, the U.S. could be pulled in, even if it doesn't want to be. And that's where things become unpredictable. What could change if America enters? If the United States enters the conflict, it would not be a small event. It would change the balance of power immediately. The U.S. has one of the strongest militaries in the world. Its involvement could shift the situation very quickly. But stronger power does not always mean faster peace. Sometimes it can make conflicts more complicated. Other countries could react, alliances could shift, and the situation could spread beyond just two nations. This is why many experts say that U.S. involvement could either end the conflict quickly or make it much bigger. And that leads to the question people are asking right now, what would actually happen if America steps in? In the next part, we'll look at the possible scenarios experts talk about. From limited strikes, to regional war, to a situation that could affect the entire world. Because the truth is, if the U.S. enters the Iran-Israel war, the consequences may go far beyond the Middle East.